Hi, everybody. Welcome to Win Pillow Talk. Another awesome day. We're grateful to God for His mercies that are new upon us every day. Every day above the ground is enough to say, Father, thank you. Thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy upon every single one of us. We're still standing strong by His grace. There are people who started the year with us that are not here on the ninth month. But God's grace and mercy, no matter what Satan has thrown your way, no matter the difficulties and circumstances you've encountered so far, you're standing because He hasn't finished with you yet. Your story is next in line in Jesus' mighty name. Yes, live today, we want to talk about the spirituality of life. Life is spiritual. You're not just a physical being, you are more a spiritual being. You have your roots in the spiritual being of life. Everything around you, the houses, the cars, your life, the money, everything started from the invisible realm, and it was spoken through thoughts, through actions into the visible realm. The Bible reminds every single one of us. It says, we were in God's thought, and God thought about us, meditated about us, and a book was written about us. We were sent to the world. It says, before you were in your mother's womb, I knew you, and I sent you. He sent you for us to do one thing or the other. What have you been sent on earth to do? If you think you've been sent on earth just to amass wealth and amass and amass and amass, there is a place for that, but one day. Recently, I remember the picture somebody sent me with, I think, was a drug baron in somewhere in Mexico who passed on. He was literally, everything was gold on him. His staircase was diamonds or something like that. But today, the house is in the forest. Nobody's living in it because life is spiritual, whether we want to believe it or not. I recently listened to a man of God on It's Supernatural, and he was talking about the spirituality of life while I was meditating about it as well, hence my reasons for doing it. It's a short one today. And he says he went to Africa to, I'm not going to mention the nation, to Africa. And when he got there, he saw these big queues in the morning to a particular, and they told him he was a witch doctor. So he wanted to know how exactly, why the trust people have on this witch doctor and how he performed his miracle. So he got there and he had a chat with the witch doctor. And the witch doctor explained that it is a process when people come with their request. Because diseases and sickness is all from the pits of hell, what they do is they move from one disease to another. Or sometimes they can take it away from you and give you a time to breathe, and they'll send it back. When he said that, what dropped in my spirit is when the Bible tells us that when your house is cleared, when you have gone, you have given your life, and all the demons have been taken out of you, the demons leave. They go around looking for other homes to stay. Funny house, devils, witches, spirits call you their home because life is spiritual. If they don't see anywhere, they will come back to where they were removed to see if it has been occupied by something. If they find it clean and nothing has occupied it, they come in and they bring seven more other stronger ones to come and fortify and fortify their house for them. That made me so laugh so much. And he said they then send one to another. They just switch from one to another. If you come with cancer, they can take away cancer and give you diabetes and high blood pressure, or take away diabetes, give you high blood pressure, just like that, until the day Satan desires that you have enough. He does whatever he wants to do because you're his child, whether you like it or not. We are all made of God, but we're all not children of God. You come to that understanding. There is a process to be a child of God, and there is a process for being a child of Satan. If my people who are called by my name would seek my face, will humble themselves, would turn from their evil ways and pray, then I, God, will hear from heaven and I will heal them. And God will change your story when we do that. But when we choose not to, when we think it's the physical that it's life, you've already lost your starting point. There is a book about you. Unless you understand what that book is and where that book is, you will always think that I came on earth to get this and to show up for that. Ask yourself, those streams drink their water? Mm-mm. Do the fragrance from, actually, I just said it and then I see, sorry, I don't have, look at my rose flower, right? Beautiful. I wish I could show you. Today is a crazy one. Beautiful fragrance. But is it for itself? I enjoy the fragrance. I have like 6 of them producing where I'm sitting in the garden. You can smell the fragrances all over. They're producing it for us to enjoy. To God created fish. The fishes are they there for what? They're there for us to consume. The trees, do trees eat themselves? Trees are there for mankind to use to produce one thing or the other. We are here on earth. Understanding the spirituality of life, you will know that you're here. It says, for God so loved the world that he gave. He gave to reconcile us back to him. What are you giving to reconcile yourself back to God? It says, be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind, that you will know, you will understand the perfect, the good, the acceptable and perfect will of God. It's something you have to do. So, as I know you guys will think, she forgot the story, I didn't. He got there and the guy just said they switch one to another. And he said, so how do you send those spells? He says, when I'm going to send a spell, I tell my home I don't want to be disturbed, so nobody comes outside. I get up very early in the morning, come outside, meditate for a couple of hours, see myself sending the spell. At that point, I send the spell out. And the man of God asked, don't you doubt that the spell might not happen? He said, it's impossible for it not to happen because life is created with words. Once that word has gone out, and the confidence with which he sends the word after meditating, it's impossible for that word not to perform that which it has been sent out to do. And I'm thinking, isn't this the Bible? Coming out from the mouth of a witch doctor. Thank God for Nigerian films. They tell our stories. But somehow we refuse. Somehow we don't want that transformation to happen. We want the glory, but we don't want the work, that the sacrifices that result to you having that glory. Funny how most of us, when you see a powerful man or woman of God, you start to tap, you start to believe and receive, and but you don't know that there is a sacrifice to get them there. And if you do that sacrifice, it means you will be transformed. It means you will have to die to self. Yeah, die to self. I mean, die to self. And in that process, you'll be tried to see if you're in a coma. Whether when somebody comes and smashes your leg, you will be the first to say sorry, or you will go and tell them where to go and hide themselves. Die to self, carry your cross. There are crosses we all on earth are carrying. Yes. So it, and follow the Christ. But funny how when you're carrying your cross, people think they have the audacity and the power to point fingers at you. They're not yet there. So forgive them with that huge compassionate heart that once you've been that transformation you carry, you forgive them, you move on, you pray for them that God might send workers in his vineyard. That soul should not end in hell, but may we all make heaven in one form or the other. Is it easy? No, it isn't easy. It's a process. It's a whole process on transformation. There is a whole lot of sacrifice. There is a whole lot of tears and pains you will go through. There is a whole lot of pain you will encounter. But it's so funny because the manual of life reminds us that even though we walk through the valleys of the shadows of death, we'll fear no evil. The angels are with you. God himself says he will protect and he will order your footsteps. He will go behind you and protect you from all the past and protect you from the arrows. You know, those people that betray you and believe that you don't know because all they're talking is behind you. God sees it and God is your protector. He says, look up to him. Stop looking and concentrating on the noises that are coming left, right, and center. That has nothing to do with you. When God is making you, or when God is taking you on top, you become a topic on places you have no idea about. People see the need to talk about you and you're wondering, is it only me they're talking about? What have I done this time? What have I not done? Because God is making you the head and not the tail. God is making you above and not beneath. God is transforming you to use you for his glory. Learn to seek the glory of God. Learn to seek the glory of God and not the glory of man. Because the same people who shout, praise, we love you, we'll do anything for you, will be the same people who will shout, crucify him tomorrow. Crucify her. Oh, yes, I hate her. Oh, yes, she's this and she's that and she's that. It's the same people. Be careful who you hang around with. Be careful who you eat with. Be careful who you sleep with. Be careful who you do business with. Be careful who you share your stuff with. Life is spiritual. For you to work the spirituality of life, you need to dig deep, deeper than ever before. Allowing the Spirit of God, because only the Spirit of God knows the things of God, to flow in you, transform you, and take you so that you can be the book. The things that God has written about you in heaven can be brought out on earth to showcase his glory. In Jesus' name. If he tarries to come, see you same time, same place next week. Have a blessed time. Love you guys. Stay blessed. Continue to pray for me as I pray for you. Love you. Bye-bye for now.